So with that, I'm going to turn the floor back over to one of my very dear friends, co-founder of our company, someone who I have a tremendous amount of respect for, who has led by example, who has built incredible teams all around the world in his last few ventures. I have known this gentleman for over 15 years. I have watched him grow from a young entrepreneur who was just out of college into a very seasoned, world-renowned network marketer and co-founder of our company, Invado International, Mr. Andre Maronian. Are you there, Andre?
I am. Can you hear me?
We do.
Excellent. Hold on. Let me just get my slides here ready. See if I can do that. There we go. Well, first of all, thank you so much to you, Dr. Ross Lambert. You know, one of the things that I'm personally appreciating most about the webinar that we're having here is because of how thorough this information has truly been. We truly have some of the most special people in our company, as I'm sure you can see, that have put a lot of time, a lot of effort to make sure that they can train you, each and every one of our valued up-and-coming superstars, on what is required for you to succeed. And Dr. Ross Lambert did just that. He broke down the entire compensation plan, you know, every aspect of it that you needed to know. And I can tell you that that was a value, and I'm sure that many of you got a lot out of it. And you can quickly see why he has become one of our national marketing directors, one of our inner circle members, and has duplicated some wonderful leaders that are following in his footsteps. You know, great leaders that some of which you heard, you know, on this webinar today, that he overrides. And that's one of the nice things about our business, is that you have a chance to override some great people. And you know, wouldn't it be great if you could just work this business on a spare part-time basis and then find a Dr. Ross Lambert, find a Mark Herzog, find a Ken Marg, you know, some of our other inner circle members, whomever it was you heard here today. Wouldn't you love to override some of these people? Well, just so you know, people do override these people. That's the beauty of what we have our hands on. And they got to them just like you will, by simply doing the basics. And we're going to talk about that. But before I get into anything, first of all, thank you, Dr. Ross Lambert. You're a dear friend to my wife and I. You just really have been a dear friend and such a valuable asset to this company and so many people that are in your group and out. So thank you very much for that. And at this point in time, what I want to do is we have a very special guest with us that's going to take a few moments. We'd be remiss if we didn't introduce this individual. But ultimately, this person has been instrumental in our company, as he is a co-founder with Invado International, and I'm sure he's been sitting there with the same kind of smirk that I've had as we've been going through this entire webinar, watching our superstar leaders just step up and do a phenomenal delivery of our information. And we'd be remiss if we didn't get a chance to hear from somebody that's in the field on a regular basis, that everybody just loves in our company, and has made such a difference, and is a major, major reason why Invado International is here today and ultimately where we're going tomorrow. My friend and business partner and co-founder, Mr. Judd Mintz. Judd, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Are excited to go put this into action, and I want to thank Andre and all the leaders for putting this on. I know it takes a lot of organizing and coordinating people, and you know, a lot of energy to put this on. And I know that you know, you have a team of people and that care so much about the field and in our representatives and their success, and you know, the fact that, you know, we want people to be on that page so they can understand what's going on and create as many tools as we can. And obviously with today technology, we can do this, but with, you know, even though we have the availability to do these things, it takes a lot of work and effort. So I really want everyone to understand, you know, how much time went in, and appreciate Andre for putting this on, and you know, for you guys, you know, that's the great part about it. And I was afraid I was going to have to miss it it conflicted with some things, and I'm so glad I got a chance to get on it and listen in and hear Sean and Mr. Ross Lambert and obviously Andre, and I missed some of the other guys earlier, but what a great tool this is. And I can tell you right now, this isn't the last one of these, and I can't wait to participate on it as well and get in on the action, because it's just an amazing way to do a virtual regional event. And so I'm excited for more of these. I'm more excited for where we are as a company with Invado. It is the beginning of something you have never seen before, and I'm sure you've heard it before, and you'll hear it again, that there's things that are going to be coming out in the future, very near future, that are going to just set us so far apart from anything out there today, from any story on the street that people are hearing. We will be set so far from these things if you guys just go out on that faith right now and go out and build this thing, and you go apply all the information you heard on this webinar. You put that into action. I'm telling you, there's not one person on this line that will get an ounce of sleep when everything unveils itself very, very soon. And we just cannot wait to hear and see those success stories of the people that bought into that vision, that bought in to our what we've been saying. Obviously, we can't tell you the things that are coming, but bought into that vision of what we're going. And I'm telling you, each and every one of you guys will be so excited that you went to work today. And by the way, we have great things to offer today. We have a great company to offer today. It's not like you're waiting for something good to happen. All that's going to happen is it's going to get that much better. And obviously we'll continue to do these webinars, and you'll continue to have the support of all the leaders, whether we're touring out in person or whether we're doing these virtual webinars, because nothing will stop us once this gets rolled out. We're looking at this phase as just that foundation phase. We're just building that structural foundation for that skyscraper to go up, and you guys have a chance to really literally be owners of what happens after this. And again, I didn't want to take a lot of time. I just wanted to appreciate being able to say a few words to you guys that are listening and watching in. And we can't wait to hit the markets and work face to face with you guys, lock arms, and really go to work and make our mark in history in network marketing. So appreciate it, Andre. I appreciate the time to say a few words, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much, Judd. Thanks for joining us. I know it was killing you not to be a part of what we were doing here, but just to have you hop on for a few moments is obviously huge for everybody to hear from you. I know that when I was coming through the ranks in network marketing, to hear from multiple co-founders, multiple people that just had something to do with the vision of the company was always a value. And I appreciate you personally and what we're doing together because we're just all on the same page. So appreciate that, folks. This is we're almost done. I'm going to try to see if I can't give the halftime of the NFL football games a run for their money. I don't know if they call it the fastest 2 minutes in sports or whatever it is, or if that has to do with horse racing or whatever it is. But we're going to give them a run for their money as I take you through a quick summary and ultimately an action plan on what you need to do right now. Okay, there's been so much talked about. I want to do this in under 5 minutes, really. I'd like to see if I can pull it off, so I see the time. And I know you've been loyal. You've been with us all day, and I just want you to know on behalf of me, Judd, all the co-founders, I just want you to know how appreciative we are for the loyalty that you have to this company first and ultimately to this event. I mean, it just tells me you really care about your business. You're willing to get uncomfortable for you and your families. I always used to look around the room in the local areas at events, and I always, it wasn't who was there in the beginning. I always waited until the tail end of the event, and I would just kind of look around and go, who's still here? Those typically, unless there were some unforeseen things, those were typically the people that I knew were going to be the next RMDs, NMDs, and SVPs. It's just the bottom line. So let's move on. Let me fly through this. Again, we right now, how do you need to look at things? Right now, with Refer to You 2.0 coming, we are in a pre-launch mode of Refer to You 2.0. You need to mentally be thinking to yourself, jam as many consumers, as many businesses as you can in, so that as 2.0 launches, and I'll tell you, we wouldn't even be talking about 2.0 with our new draw the line in the sand mentality, unless it was something we knew we could deliver in a reasonable amount of time with quality. So it is absolutely on the way. You can bank on that. And I'm telling you, we are excited for each and every one of you. There are going to be people on this line right now that have residual incomes because of this alone that skyrocket, but it's all going to be based on, what you do between now and that day. Now, what do you need to be focusing on, right? In addition to that, focus on earned positions. You need to be focusing on getting from this position to this one, this to this, and so on and so forth. Don't get caught up with, well, I need to know the details and the gigawatts and the gigawatts of all this kind of stuff. You need to be, look, you'll learn all that as you go. You know, I learned how to be a good customer gatherer and all the details as I tried to hit the requirements of the different positions. Don't worry about what you make in a month. This is a career, folks. This is a career. Too many people get caught up, well, let me see where I'm at in 30 days. No business makes it in 30 days. You could make some good money in 30 days with Invado, but look, it's about a career. When I first got into network marketing, you know what I cared about? The company that I was with had an article that had been written in a Success magazine, and they said the average position, it was like a position like this. They said the average income at this position was over $30,000 a month. You want to know what I cared about? I didn't care about anything other than getting to like an NMD position. I didn't care about it. Anything. You're like this and that. I was just like, what do I need to do to get here? Because I knew that my lifestyle changed when I got here. You see what I mean? And especially when I got here. And it absolutely did everything that they said would happen. And I'm here to let you know that if you're willing to get on this journey with us, people are going to have incomes and lifestyles that other people and other companies are going to say, I just can't get to that level where I'm at. And a lot of it has to do with Referdia 2.0. A lot of it has to do with Vacation Club and energy. Again, you'll see as this happens, we've got a lot of experience on the inside of this company. People that have made a lot of money in network marketing, and we know what you're looking for from experience. So keep that in mind. Now, we have a system in place. Let's come back down to earth for a minute because we've been talking very high level and big things. We got a very simple system. All right, just follow that system. Leaders will help you with it. Check the boxes. It'll get done. We've promoted hundreds and hundreds of leaders with this exact same document. Why reinvent the wheel? Get with your people that invited you on here and just say, look, I just want to get back to the basics again. I just want to get back to the basics. All right. Now, what is the big Super Bowl of events for us? What is huge? Look, anyone who's anyone in our company will be in Columbus, Ohio, September 7th to the 8th. Now, this event is, a scenario that you don't want to miss because we have plans that are going to absolutely blow you out of the water. If you're excited about the things you heard here, don't let me tell you I told you so. Get yourself pre-registered now. Based on the venue, it may sell out, so you want to make sure you and your team go so that everybody on your future team feels like you do now. I'm sure every one of you right now feels like doing things that you weren't necessarily feeling before, at least at a heightened level. Well, what if you had 10 or 15 or 20 people on this? What would it be like? Well, I'll tell you that at our international event, you'll have the exact same experience, except whatever you're feeling right now, let's say your excitement went from a level 5 to a level 10. The level of excitement from you and all the people that are going to be there are going to go from a level 5 to a level 500. And what do you think happens when people come off it? When I went to my very first international event, I had done the most 8 to 10 reps in a month in my organization. The event I came back from, I did over 35 reps the following month. Why? Because me and the people that I brought with me, we all went and took off. So make sure you don't miss that event. Of course, we have the race to ETL. We've talked about that. Look, represent your city. It's a 90-day run. Who's going to win it? Who's going to make the money? I just want to reiterate, because I know the flyer, we actually have it being updated right now. But remember, it's really simple. You start the race. Any of you on this line right now that have a start date of June 1st to June 15th, if you're looking at the business, you're still with us, you join today, you are in the race. And all you got to do is finish the race. How do you finish? 2 ways. Achieve ETL within 90 days, but have a minimum of 3 travel vacation customers along with it. And the reason we say travel or vacation is because in June, it's travel. In July, it's vacation. So guess what? You can get those 3 out of the way in June, and then they can get, moved into the vacation side after that. minimum of 3 travel vacation customers, and achieve ETL. If you finish, you place. If it's after 90 days, you don't place. And what happens? Here's what happens. First 5 get 1,000, second 5 get 750, third is 500, 250, and the rest get 100. So again, that's on the table. Now you might be saying, all right, well, wait, how do I get there? Look, you follow that recruiting process that Nick Carnicolis did, such a great job explaining earlier, right? Just follow that. I'm not going to go over this again, but that's it. The point is, how many times can you get people flying through this system right here? That's it. My attitude was, are we going to do a one at a time, or are we going to jam 100 people into this as quick as we can and have a whole bunch come out? That's the difference between the people that play and the people that rock. That's the difference, is that they don't just put one person in at a time. You put in as many people as you can in here and let the system flow for you. All right? How are you going to do it? How do you get a lot of people? You make the list like we talked about before. The people you know, write down business owners, very important, and your top 5, and start piquing interest. How do you do the peak? Again, it's just a 3-step approach. Everything's in 3s in our company, if you haven't noticed. First, compliment them. Let them know what you're impressed with. Don't lie. If it's warm market, cold market, look, it doesn't matter who it is. John, I've known you for a long time. I got to tell you, you have a real sharp business sense about you. And then right into number 2, we're looking for people just like you. You've got to take a look at what I've got my hands on. Third, when they say, well, what is it? A rapidly growing company that I believe will see Facebook-type growth. 6-figure income can be made. My question is how many times can you do that to how many people, how fast? And I'm telling you, that's how you cross that finish line for ETL. So what do you do right now? Okay, well, I said what you peak, but here's what you do right now, meaning literally as soon as I end, which I'm almost done, right here. What I want you to do first is call your upline now. Call them up and say the following words. I want to schedule a PBR with you over the next week. Call them right now and tell them that. Don't wait. Get them while you're hot. Get them while their schedule's open, because you'll get first dibs at an opening. Because I loved having the top people come to my home, because I knew that my friend might argue with me, but they were not going to argue with the person that was documented in the company. And any position higher than the one you're at is documented. Number 2, you're going to make a list of everyone you know, right? Because once you get it scheduled, you're going to follow that system above, or that I shared before, everyone you know. And third, fill the room, like Ken Mark said, and follow a simple script. You saw it on the slide before. That's all you got to do, all right? So ultimately, look, we flew through it, but I want you to know that everything you heard here has been recorded. You're going to have people joining your team over the next week. We're going to be in the process of chopping the whole thing up and giving you an opportunity to listen to them. So every single topic you heard, we're going to break out. That takes some time, okay? We're going to put it out there on our YouTube channel, recorded webinars, right? And here's how you subscribe at this URL right here. Just go there, but make sure you subscribe. People go and they visit, but they're not subscribing all the time. They forget to do that. You want to subscribe, because anytime we put a new webinar up there, you'll be notified and you won't have to hear it from someone else. It'll immediately tell you, because you're a subscriber. So make sure you go and you subscribe to tinyurl.com/Invado webinars, and that will get you to these. We already have one webinar up there. We've got a whole bunch more going, and especially with all the topics, the wonderful job you saw, you absolutely had heard other people on this webinar did. That's some real incredible information that I'm sure you'd love to hear again yourself, depending on the scenario. And as you get new people in your group, you're probably wishing they would have heard this too. We will give you that opportunity. So on behalf of myself, the other co-founders, the wonderful job and presentations and presenters that we had here earlier, thank you so much to Sean Inks, Dr. Ross Lambert, Nick Carnicolis, Tiffany Loya Fenton, Kenny Marg, Mark Herzog, my wife Patty Maronian, and Judd Mintz for their participation on this webinar. We couldn't be happier to be in business with each and every one of them and every one of you. As this company continues to grow, we need new names, we need new faces, and I will tell you, if we're bragging, we feel a lot about our inner circle. I want you to know we love them dearly, we care about them dearly. However, and Josh Jacobson, by the way, who opened it up. But I want you to know this. You see these faces up here, and we have more Inner Circle members. Okay, we have more Inner Circle members than these folks, but if these are the people that you see on this slide this time next year, not because they've done anything wrong, but if these are the only ones you see on this slide up here next year, we've done something wrong. We are looking for the next wave of superstars. Each and every one of you have that ability, and we believe in you. May God bless you, your families, and Invado International. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and let's call those uplines right now. God bless everybody. Have a great day.